Don D and house splits going down. Bringing all the pet keepers straight out of town. Reptile lovers, cats and all watchers too. Tune in, y'all, we got the groove for you. Everyday keepers, that's how we roll. Sharing love and knowledge, soul to soul. Grab your leash or tank, let's take control. Come on. Everyday keepers, yeah, we break the mold.
Dearly beloved, we are gathered here today to get through another episode of Everyday Keepers. You already know this is Don D with Uptown Xotix. Happy Sunday, happy rainy Sunday here in southeastern Pennsylvania. I hope it's not raining wherever you are, or cloudy, but it is that time of year. It is that time of year, so I guess we got to deal with that, right? Yeah, we do. And I'll be fine. I don't need to go outside and play every day. Even though I was already out this morning, it was still sprinkling a little bit. But I did go outside this morning. But I don't think I'll be going out this afternoon. Actually, the dogs need a walk. So if it's not raining after the show, maybe I'll take them for an afternoon walk. But I hope everybody had a great Thanksgiving. Hope you ate your faces off, because I know I did. I did. That's my favorite day. My favorite meal is the Thanksgiving meal, and of course, to be with family and everything. So that was good. I usually take two dishes. I make a sweet potato casserole without marshmallows, mind you, and a 5-cheese mac and cheese. And my nieces love the sweet potatoes. And the sweet potatoes did come from my garden this year. I was very proud of that achievement, to be able to take my own sweet potatoes. So that was cool. And they loved them as always. They almost didn't leave me any to bring home. So, which I'm happy for, that means they like the food. Same with the mac and cheese. It's a 5-cheese mac and cheese. I think I said that. And this year, since I've come across the Niger Grill seasoning, I put Niger Grill in the mac and cheese, and they loved it. And my niece's boyfriend, he's packing some away. He's like, I need to take this to my boss. I need my boss to taste this. I said, okay. All right, well, you take it to your boss and let them taste it. But they love the mac and cheese and barely left me any of that as well. But it was good, and there was a whole lot of food. Niger Grill is NAIJAGRILLE. You can find him on TikTok. That's where he sells most of his seasoning, on TikTok. He gets a good makes his money there, but you can find it on Amazon. Did you get that? Because I think I was watching myself and I froze a little bit. Here, we'll do it here. We'll do it here just to be sure. Yes, that is it. But yeah, you can find him on Amazon, but he gets more of a profit. That's the word I was looking for. He gets more of a profit if you buy off of his TikTok shop. He has 3 levels of heat: mild, hot, and extra hot. I did buy some extra hot because I knew my family would not like. I mean, I bought some mild because I knew my family wouldn't like the extra hot. So I made sure to use the mild in the mac and cheese. But if it were up to me, I would have used the extra hot. But it was still good. And what I love about the seasoning, even with the extra hot, you know how when you get like real spicy seasoning, it loses its flavor. There's no flavor. You just get the heat. Well, with Niger Grill, full of flavor. Absolutely full of flavor, and it tastes really good. and you get the heat to follow the flavor. So I stand behind it. I stand behind it. But yeah, it was good. The family loved it. So, and again, I've been using Nigerill every day for like the past 3 weeks. So it is some good stuff. Get you some. Get you some. I keep telling people. I know Orlando and TJ got some, and their order came last week, and they were or over the weekend, and they used it, and they were telling me that it's good, which I know, but they were really happy with it. So I'm happy with that too. But you know what else I'm happy with? I'm happy with the folks that are showing up today, and I want to thank you all for being here. So let's say hey to folks. What is up, Mr. Tinfoil Fitted? Thank you for being here, Posty. Good morning. Appreciate you. CW, what is up? Thank you for being here. Appreciate you. Mitzi. Hi, Mitzi. Thank you for being here. Appreciate you for joining us today. Eric B., you hear him. You hear him. Smash that like button, hit subscribe, turn on the notifications. Share this out. Let the people know. Let the people know that Don D is on your screen right now. Let the people know and make sure they join. And if there's anybody lurking, yes, a round of applause. Thank you. Thank you. If there's anybody lurking, we thank you. We appreciate you. Make sure you say hi. You don't have to. You don't have to, but we would like it. We would like it if you said hi. But make sure you like the stream. And I believe we are on my channel and T Keys' channel. So if you're on one, make sure you hit like, and then head on over to the other one and hit like there too. So make sure you get us on both sides. And if you have burner accounts, you know what to do. You know what to do. But you know what else we need to do? Yes. Round of applause. We need to say hello to some sponsors. So can we have that sponsor video?
Uptown Xotix specializes in a multitude of reptiles such as ball pythons, dual boas, coastal rosy boas, and false water cobras, to name a few. They are dedicated to providing the public with well-adjusted animals with superior quality. Follow them on Instagram and Morph Market. Black Box Reptile Cages should be your go-to for high-quality reptile enclosures and rack systems. They offer versatile hatchling and adult racks that work with both Vision and Freedom Breeder tubs, as well as a wide range of terrestrial, arboreal, and bioactive cages. Located in Beaufort, Georgia, Black Box Reptile Cages offers local pickup as well as ship and freight. Check them out at blackboxcages.com and use code WhiskeyBomb25 for 5% off. Selected Reptiles works with a wide range of genetic combos, including Hypo VPI Xanthic, DG VPI Xanthic, and Zebra, but where they stand out is their work with Monsoon, Monarch, Sunset, and other high-end morphs. In addition to reptiles, they produce premium feeder rodents, delivering to Florida, Georgia, and North and South Carolina. Make sure to use promo code WhiskeyBomb5 for 5% off any snake. Check them out on Wolf Market or reach out directly. From fur to feathers, Fuzzy Acres has your feeder needs covered. Whether you're looking for frozen rats, bulk rabbits, or harder to find feeders like quail and guinea pigs, they've got the stock serious keepers rely on. Visit fuzzyacres.com for clean, healthy feeders that are frozen and shipped with care. Remember to use code WhiskeyBomb10 to save 10% on any order, and as always, enjoy free shipping on all orders over $300. Grant and Mary of Rec Room Snakes have been breeding ball pythons and Woma pythons for over a decade. They're staples within the ball python realm, and most notably known for their work with the paint mutation and putting it to multiple codoms and recessives to truly unlock its potential. Please give them a follow on Morph Market to check out their incredible animals, and on Instagram to keep up with their projects. Ninja Balls is more than a breeder, he's a creator. He's the innovative thinker that brought you the Kiki Ball. He strives to make living works of art and improve upon them year in and year out. Follow him today on Instagram at Morph Market and know that with each purchase you make, you're getting quality.
Bone Daddy Serpents is just getting started in the ball python industry, but he has major plans involving high-end genes such as Monarch and Sunset. Please keep an eye out on him because his passion and determination is going to take him very far within this industry.
Thank you to all of the sponsors for keeping to keep the Whiskey Nation running, and thank you to all of everyone. Losing my words today. Everyone that's working behind the scenes to keep this network running smoothly. And I also want to give a shout out to Kaizen Hogs. I won a snake on Thanksgiving Day. A snake that I didn't even realize I was entering to win. I entered a contest back in September, and I thought it was for a t-shirt. And I got a message on Thanksgiving Day that said, yeah, it's happy Sunday, y'all. Come on, Mitzi. I got a message on Thanksgiving Day that I won a snake, won a hognose. So now I'm going to be keeping another species of snake. This is going to be fun. There were a choice of 5 snakes that I could get, and one of them there's a gene or a morph that's called extreme red purple. I mean, you know, you already know that's the one I'm picking. So yeah, that'll be coming in a couple of weeks. And I didn't think that they could ship them in this time of year, but he said he has the proper kind of boxes and all the good stuff to ship this time of year. So keep an eye out for my newest adventure. It's going to be fun. I'm going to have a hognose. Yes. Well, today's guest is going to be fun. And we know that because she's been here before. She's my first repeat offender. No, my first repeat guest, and I love that. She was here. Thank you, Mitzi. Thank you. She was here a couple of months ago showing off her sheep, but now we're going to talk about rabbits. And this is going to be fun. I can't wait. So without further ado, let's bring out Ally Rudy and her guest, Paul. Yes, come on. Hello, Ally and Paul.
Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
Good.
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 Yeah.
Well, for those that the shirt was the last giveaway they had, I thought that's all the giveaway was. I didn't realize they were giving away snakes too, so I'm good. I'm good. So Ally and Paul, for those that weren't here before, can you give a brief introduction as to who you are and what you do and all that good happy stuff?
Sure. Like Don said, I'm Ally. So I live in Halifax, PA. So I'm currently not in Halifax at the moment. I'm actually at Paul's house in Delaware. But yeah, so I raise silver martin rabbits. So the rabbit here pictured on camera. And then I have a couple other breeds. My husband likes Czech Frosties, so we got into them. And then I also raise sheep. We have a couple horses on our farm. So yeah, I kind of have a variety of animals. So.
And I'm Paul Kyle. I've had a all-breed judge's license since 1997, so that makes me old.
I can understand.
We travel around doing local shows, state shows, and a national show circuit.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, we will definitely have to touch on the rabbit shows. I haven't shown in many years. Let's see, Ryder is 9 now, and he earned his championship when he was about 1.5 years. So yeah, about 8, a little more than 8 years, or less than 8 years that I haven't shown. I do miss dog shows, but I don't miss the travel. and the politics that get involved with them, especially not being a professional handler, which I was trying to do, but I didn't have the means to do so. So, yeah. But no showing for a while. But yeah, we'll have to talk about the rabbit shows and all that, because that sounds interesting to me. And who is this that we have on the groom and go?
So you would ask what her name is. She's just a black silver martin rabbit. I don't typically name any of my rabbits unless they, I guess, win big on the show table. I've never shown this rabbit before, so she's still fairly young. So I was telling you before, her name is her tattoo. So it's 169FF is her name. So.
Well, all right, 169FF. You're a beautiful bunny. So what are the characteristics of this breed?
So this is a pretty old breed in the ARBA standard. So the ARBA is American Rabbit Breeders Association. So they have a book. It's called the Standards of Perfection. So each breed has kind of a criteria of what they look for. So yeah, the breed started back in the 20s. They started with 2 varieties primarily. Black is the most common variety in the breed. They started with blacks and chocolates, and now they have a couple different varieties. They have black, blue, chocolate, lilac, and sable. Like I said, black is the most common. It's a pretty striking color for this breed because they're known for their silvering along the sides, and they are a medium-sized meat quality breed. So they are, they do have a lot of muscling. They're known for their really sleek coat. Their shiny, glossy type look to their coat, and just their silver in color along the sides. So yeah, they're a fun breed to have. They're mostly for like a meat quality, but their markings make them really striking. So.
Okay.
And their pelts, your universal rabbits, so they're for meat quality, show purposes, and then their pelts are made for garments.
Okay.
Yeah.
So when you say meat quality, what is meat quality? What does that mean?
So they're a meat animal. So obviously, if you would butcher a rabbit, so a lot of people, think of rabbits being cute and adorable and fluffy, but some breeds are used primarily for their meat production. So rabbit meat's a white meat, and it's pretty delicious, I will say.
High in protein.
Yeah. Low fat on them. So it's kind of like chicken, to be honest. So you're looking at the muscling over their top line. The most important, the most points are usually the loin and the hind quarter that you're kind of looking for on that meat side. So so you're just looking at the heavily muscling, like over the top line, down the hind quarter. So yeah.
Okay, so are these for pets or just for show and meat?
This breed can be used for pets. I would say they're a little bit more high energy compared to some of the common pet breeds, like a Holland Lop or like a Netherland Dwarf, are pretty common pet breeds. These guys are more medium sized. So if I could guess her weight, she's probably 7.5 pounds, maybe 8 pounds. So she's a little bit bigger. I would say I would use her primarily as a show rabbit. And then, that second production side would be a meat rabbit. So, yeah.
Interesting. I'm learning all kinds of stuff. I just learned about baby chickens that they use for meat and stuff in this guy on TikTok. So that's very interesting.
Yeah.
I love the eyes, the silver around the eyes and the mouth.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we were talking about it. I don't know if you'll be able to see from the video, but she has silvering along the sides, so it might be kind of hard to see.
Yeah.
Oh no,
there you go.
They're a marked animal, so they're going to have silvering on the sides. They're going to have a triangle behind their ears, a collar around their neck, eye circles, which are the circles around the eyes. They're going to have color in their nostrils, and then their belly is going to be white.
Now, is it supposed to be all white, or I see that has some
Yes,
black
it's all white
belly
with a slight blue undercolor underneath of the skin.
Okay. Is that how you position it for a show?
Yeah, so I was kind of showing, no, she's not the best representation. So the breed, so like how they're judged is they actually kind of bring them together. Those hind feet are supposed to be meeting at the top line of the hip, and then the front feet should be below the eyes. So this is how they're judged if you would take them to like an ARBA show.
Yeah, so we're looking at conformation there, which is what we're looking for is shape. We call it type when we're judging rabbits, but it's basically the shape of that animal.
Yeah, and the judges, you know, starting from head to tail, and they're kind of taking a look. They're going to use their hands over the top line, feel the structure of that animal, and then they'll give reasons after that class is complete. So.
When we say balance on the animal, the width of the animal, the depth of the animal should equal the length of the animal.
Yep.
Okay. So the judges, they give you the information as to, you know, why they chose or why they didn't choose, what they liked, what they didn't like. Okay, that's a difference from dog shows. Dog shows don't really get into that.
Right. As a rabbit judge, we're required to give comments. In your dog show world, they just go 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, and they keep it in their head.
Yeah,
and
you might be
going along with
ask them later why they place them.
Right.
Again.
Yeah.
You might be able to see the judge later in a dog world and say, why did you place them 1, 2, 3, 4?
Yeah.
Where in the rabbit world, we tell them right up front.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty good. I like that. Maybe I need to get into rabbit.
but then again, you know, we have difference in opinion in some judges, and it's their interpretation of the standard. So it's their opinion of the standard, which
Right?
they may like or will not like. So.
And that's the same for the, you know, dog shows. It's the judge's interpretation of the breed standard. We can argue with how they're interpreting that standard.
And that goes back to what you said earlier, the politics of the animal world.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah. So one thing I guess I do kind of like in the rabbit world is, obviously, you know, we talked about showing sheep on the last podcast, and, you know, even showing dogs that you have, you know, that you were talking about like a handler. So obviously, you know, you have a handler for sheep, a handler for horses, for example. But with rabbits, you have that breeder. So that breeder will take that animal up to a table and they'll put it in a holding coop. And then the judge does all of the posing. So like what I was doing there when I was posing the animal or posing the rabbit, like the judge does that. So the exhibitor doesn't touch the rabbit, only really to put the rabbit on the table and to take it back to its carrier once it's done. So, you know, it's all hands on with the judge. So like what Paul was saying, you know, it's that interpretation of the standard per judge, and you're just really hoping they liked your rabbit.
Right.
And if they didn't, well, you have a second show maybe that day that maybe your second judge may like your rabbit more. So.
Nice. Now, when you're doing that, do they know whose rabbit this is, or do they have any?
So not well. Okay. So at a smaller show, they're obviously probably going to know who the judge or who the rabbit exhibitor is, because they typically take the rabbit to the table. At a big national show, so a few weeks ago, we were both in Indianapolis, Indiana, at the national show, and they have what's called runners. So like, the show had what
27,000 animals.
27,000 animals. So, you know, in this breed alone, there was, I believe, maybe 140. In one class alone, there could have been 27 of her. Well, if she would have been there, she would have been a black junior doe. So that class would have been, I think there was 38 in that class. So they have people go to the coops, pick those rabbits up, not the same exhibitor, but they'll take them up to the show table, and they all have numbers in their ears. So like, that's how they're identified. So it's all anonymous. Now, obviously, you know, once the best of breed winners picked, a lot of times, you know, people then know who won the show, but it's supposed to be as anonymous as possible. So,
right.
Yeah. So it's sort of the difference, I guess, with rabbit shows versus, you know, if I'm showing my horse, obviously, you know, I'm riding my horse, so I either own it or I'm leasing it or something. But yeah.
Okay.
Hopefully that helps a little bit.
And Cheryl is saying hello.
Cheryl is, so
I'm sorry, say that again.
She raises French lops, so she's in Illinois, I believe. So, yeah. Ooh, so
Okay.
lops.
I lops, I know from my pet store days. We used to sell little mini lops, and yes, Mitzi, it is kind of like a beauty pageant. The dog show world is more. I feel like it's more like a beauty pageant, or like the little girl pageants and things that, because dog show people get crazy. Dog show people get really crazy.
I mean, there's really competitive rabbit breeders too. You can definitely see when rabbits are on the table, and if you know your rabbit's in the top, they're intense. Like you can tell. I mean, as on the other side of the table, a judge can definitely also tell. Like, ooh, I have 2 breeders that are up here in the top 2. I better not screw this up.
Yeah, they're duking it out for first and second.
Yeah. Yep.
That's amazing. That's amazing. Where do they have shows? Because I've never seen a rabbit show advertised anywhere.
So the best advice I can give you, like if you're interested in rabbits, is to visit arba.net. That's the hub that they're going to show all of the sanctioned shows within ARBA. So that's what I'm a 4-H leader in my county. So that's on our agenda every month is, what shows are going to be in the area and which ones, are close enough to attend. But there's shows all across the country. There's shows even in other countries as well that are within ARBA, like Malaysia,
Thailand,
Japan.
Japan.
So they're all over Canada. But so like I would first visit there. But there are local shows, like Pennsylvania has quite a few shows. Delaware, I don't think
We don't have an organization, a state organization or a local club in the state of Delaware.
Well, not yet. Maybe Paul will start one.
Maybe.
Yeah, I was going to say, Paul, it sounds like something that you need to.
I've been there, done that. That ship has sailed.
I know that's right.
we just make sure he has to come to like Pennsylvania to judge. So, but he was just out in Indiana judging. You were judging New Zealand.
I did New Zealand.
So yeah. Yep.
Love that. So, how many breeds do you judge, Paul?
There's 54 breeds, and I'm licensed to judge all 54.
Oh, nice. And someone is saying hi to you. Rylax, nice watch. What's up, Patrick? Thank you for joining us today. So you judge all breeds, okay? 'Cause I know, like, and I hate to keep comparing this to the dog show world, but I know there are like some judges that will only judge certain breeds, and they actually have to learn about each breed. I would imagine you have to learn about all of the breeds that you're judging. Is that like, how long does that process take?
It's a long process. First, you have to be a member of the American Rabbit Breeders Association for 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
And then you can apply to become a registrar, which is the next level. You have to take a test, pass that test. Then you have to work under 3 judges and secure those judges that say that you're able to fill that role. And then you'd have to go another 3 years and register 35 rabbits or 25 rabbits, but in that time frame,
I think it's 35.
take another test, work under 8 judges, and secure the endorsement of 6 of them to get your judge's license.
Mm-hmm.
So it is a long process.
Yep.
But it shows commitment.
Yeah, that's serious commitment. That's very serious commitment. Wow. Yeah, that does take some time. Well, congratulations to that. And Ally, do I understand that you're learning to be a judge or taking steps to do so?
So I'm currently a registrar, and I do judge local shows as far as like county fairs go, because if they're not ARBA sanctioned, they look for people that are knowledgeable in showing and judging rabbits. So I have judged quite a few county fairs in Pennsylvania and surrounding states. I am hoping to take my judge's test eventually. But yeah, it's a rigorous process, and just knowing all of the points on all the breeds, knowing things from eye color to undercolor to ear length disqualifications to, there's
Different body types.
Different, like some breeds have wool, some breeds have a rollback coat, there's one breed that has a standing fur. So there's just all those differences on each breed, and being knowledgeable, obviously when you become a judge, you're in front of all different breeders of all, different breeds, and you want to be knowledgeable enough for them to feel confident that you place that breed correctly and pick the right animal to win the breed. So it's a huge undertaking. So we'll see. I don't know. Maybe in a few months, maybe I'll continue down that process. So we'll see how it goes.
Well, I do wish you luck with that. That would
Thank
be,
you.
Would be awesome. That would be awesome. And you said you had another version of this breed?
Yeah, I'll grab the blue real quick.
Okay, awesome.
I got it.
You got it. All right, so this is a blue. So obviously it looks a little bit lighter in color.
And the same breed, just a different
Same
color.
breed. Yeah.
Same breed, so it's going to have the same markings, it's just a different body coat color. Or base color.
See, I like the black better.
And that's where judges tend to gravitate towards, especially on this breed, because they're so sharp looking.
Yeah, they're sharp looking. They have a
Yeah.
shine to them, where the blues, being a dilute, won't have the shine as much.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And the other colors, like chocolate, obviously just looks kind of like, like a chocolate bar. It's a little bit lighter in color than a chocolate bar, but they're really pretty, but their silvering isn't going to show as prevalent as on a black.
Right.
And then there's the sables, and they're like a dark, like sepia color. So they're even darker than a chocolate. And their color also isn't as, like, their silvering isn't as prevalent. And then lilacs are even lighter. They're
lighter than the blues.
Mhm.
And it's real hard to see markings on them.
Yeah. So I gravitate towards, I really like the blacks. I think they're really sharp. And they're the most competitive color within this breed. So you'll find, whatever breed you decide you want to raise, you'll find which one is competitive in your breed and which one's not. For example, New Zealand's Paul, which is the most competitive in New Zealand?
White.
The white rabbit is always the most competitive. So it's kind of neat. Some people like the rare colors of their breeds. But I don't know. I like to be a competitor. I like to see how my rabbits compare to some of the other breeders in the country. And yeah. So it's exciting.
Harry agrees blacks are best. So, Harry, you win.
I think they'll be fine together. They're both girls, so they're both does. Yeah. So you can see kind of a comparison of the two.
Yes. They are really neat looking bunnies.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're becoming very popular. So they were actually they should be nice to each other. They were on the rare breed list. So they were considered rare in the US for quite some time. But now they're becoming popular again. When they are in coat, they're beautiful rabbits on the show table, and they're pretty competitive. Maybe she'll be nice. Stay on your corner. They aren't related in any way. They're both does, so we're not worrying about any breeding going on. But but yeah, so they're very competitive on the show table. But they have to be in coat, and condition is really important on this breed. So
okay. What's one of the most popular breeds showing?
Popular breeds? I'll let you take that.
Netherland dwarfs seem to be very popular, which is a 2.5 pound rabbit. Mini Rex are another popular rabbit, which is their union is their fur length is the same, where these animals have a guard hair and an under coat, which makes it two different lengths. But a Rex or a Mini Rex would have the same length, so they're very plush. They're very popular, and of course the Holland Lops are very popular too, being a 4 pound rabbit, just a little lop-eared rabbit. Kids love them; they're adorable.
Yes, yes, they are. Those I know. They are cute.
Yeah. Yeah.
And Cheryl says the silver martin coloring are now accepted across multiple breeds.
Yeah, they're definitely becoming really popular between the martins and the otter colors. So obviously the silver martin is known for their silvering, whereas like an otter color is known for their tan color. So it's just kind of like an orange.
Wherever you see silver here, it would be an
tan.
Orange and tan color.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so they're becoming pretty popular among a lot of different breeds.
Nice. And Harry's stock came from you. Very nice. That's awesome. Way to go, Harry. You get another point. One of my favorite rabbits, and I don't know that I'd ever have one, at least not while I have dogs, and especially not while I have a Cane Corso, but I love Flemish Giants. Just the dope looking rabbit. I like them.
Yeah, the Flemish Giants they're definitely a big breed. You definitely have to have a lot of space for them. They're, I don't know, would you say they're an easy breed to raise?
Yeah, they're kind of a lethargic rabbit. They just kind of lay around and hang out, but they're big.
Yeah.
Where we could raise 4 or 5 small dwarf rabbits to 1 Flemish Giant.
Yeah. So their cage size is definitely a lot bigger. You have to have more space for them. They do have bigger litters. So like obviously a dwarf versus a Flemish, you could have, maybe 9 babies, 10 babies born in a Flemish litter, but you may only have 2 in a dwarf. So kind of size comparison. But again, it only takes 30 days to have a litter of rabbits. So, you can multiply pretty quickly depending on the breed that you raise. So these guys, my litter sizes range from, I don't know, anywhere from 5 to, I've had a litter of 12. So do I want a litter of 12 for a Martin? No, absolutely not. But with rabbits, what's really convenient, if you're ever interested in raising rabbits and you haven't before, they can foster really easily. So their scent isn't super good. So, say I bred both of these does at the same time and they kindled, so they had litters at the same time. Say my 169 FF is not a good mom. I could foster a couple babies over to this one that is, and she'll raise them like they were her own. So it's kind of nice about rabbits, whereas sheep, we can't do that. It's not easy. So yeah, they're not can't foster very easily with sheep.
Yeah, that would not be fun.
No.
But that's cool that rabbits foster pretty easily. 12 babies, that would keep you busy.
Yeah, I don't like going out to the barn and seeing 12 babies in a nest box. I'm usually panicking and telling Carl, hey, let's find a friend that I can foster them over to.
Yeah, they're not fussy. They'll take, they'll raise different breeds.
Yeah.
So when you foster, you can put,
actually,
any babies on anyone.
Funny story. This one here, this black, she actually was raised by a French lop. So another breed of rabbit. So yeah, like you can foster. Her mom didn't have a lot of milk. She ended up losing, by the time I had seen it, she had lost 1 or 2 kits. So I made the decision. I said, I'm going to foster a few over, make sure, that she can take care of the ones that she had left. And yeah, French lop raised her and here she is.
And look at her not knowing the difference.
Yeah, she has no clue who her mom is. Yeah. Yeah.
That's funny. So what got you into rabbits? Just rabbits in general, and then the showing side.
I'll let Paul answer that first with his rabbits, and I'll tell you my story.
I started as a 7-year-old child just raising, pet store bunnies, and got a little more involved, and I finally made the hobby into a small business. Made it pay for itself. Kept breeding rabbits, selling stock. They would pay the annual taxes on the house or a truck payment. So it evolved from there. And then I went and got my judge's license. So as a judge, you get paid to judge. So you put a little money back into your pocket for your time and talent and your expertise. So.
Yeah. And I mean, mine's kind of a similar story. When I was little, I've always had a love for animals. I had horses when I was little, and my mom really didn't want me to start showing horses when I was 8 because I was so little. So first thing they thought of is, oh, rabbits should be easy. Let's get some rabbits. So yeah, we went to a pet store. I think we bought I think her name was Oreo. She was a broken black New Zealand cross of some sort. And then I kind of joined 4-H. I learned about the breeds and I started showing. I didn't show super competitively when I was a youth. I mean, I attended some of the local shows like the Pennsylvania State Rabbit Breeders Show. I went to that because it was close to home. I never went to any of the national shows. So I raised rabbits well through school. I did have a little bit of a setback when I was in middle school. So I was pretty competitive at our county fair. And this is a sad story, but somebody came to our barn and actually wiped out my entire herd of rabbits. I had them all stolen from home. Yeah. So I still, to this day, we never found the culprit, but got out of rabbits. I was pretty devastated I think I was in 6th grade. So I was pretty young. Got out of rabbits, went to college, was with my boyfriend, now husband at the time. And I was like, I kind of want to get into rabbits again. And he's like, oh no, like, what do you want to raise? And I one of the biggest breeds, I wanted French Lops. So I had them as a youth, loved them then, got back into rabbits. And now it's kind of spiraled. So like had rabbits since 2013. Then met this crazy judge at a show and became friends with him. And the rest is history. So like I'm a registrar now and eventually going for my judge's license. So yeah.
That's awesome. Both stories. And I could see if rabbits can produce that much in a year, I could see how it could help with your car and house payments and things like that. Yes, absolutely.
Yep. The biggest thing is just being competitive. So, a lot of some breeders will have small rabbitries of say 20 rabbits, whereas some breeders out there in the US have 400 plus rabbits in their barns. It's just really, coming down to selection of the rabbits that you keep, making sure you're keeping quality show animals. You may have some pet rabbits down the road or, like I said, these guys are meat rabbits. So, it's survival of the fittest, and whoever, it meets the quality standard of the breed, you want to hold on to them. The ones that may not meet that standard, well, I'm really sorry. It's the same in the dog world too. If they don't meet that standard,
it doesn't cost any more to feed a good one than it does a poor one.
Right. So yeah, just making sure you're keeping the best of that breed and you're going up the ladder rather than staying stagnant or, moving down. So yeah.
Now, question for you. Since you show and you're so involved with the rabbits and all that stuff, do you eat rabbit?
Yes. So I can't say I eat a lot. To be honest, Carl and I eat more lamb than we do rabbit, even though I would actually eat rabbit more than lamb. Lamb is a very acquired taste. But so recently I had one of my best rabbits. She passed away unexpectedly. She was still pretty young, but she was a really good show rabbit. And I made that kind of last minute decision. I said, Carl, take her in the house. Let's butcher and eat her. And honestly, it's delicious. I mean, Paul, you've had.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's a white meat. It's like I said, it doesn't have a lot of fat to it, and it tastes honestly like chicken. It's not.
Tastes like chicken. It's a little more tender than chicken.
Yeah.
Higher protein count.
Yep. And some people may say, oh, it has a different taste. Like for example, lamb has a different taste compared to other meats out there like beef and pork. But I didn't really think it did. Yeah, I think it's really good. You just, like I said, you have to kind of look past the, oh, it's really cute factor and just remember it's a meat animal. So originally that was one of their purposes. So yeah. But yeah, I just long answer.
Okay, long answers are good. I know years ago, I went to a Moroccan restaurant in Philly and had rabbit that night. I think that was the only time I've ever eaten rabbit. I remember liking it. I've just never been in a place again where I had that opportunity to eat rabbit.
I think it's all in how it's prepared is probably the main thing.
And they're not so easily accessible. It's not like you can walk into the grocery store and find rabbit.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
It's
right.
And I believe in Pennsylvania, like we're one of the top producers of like meat rabbits.
Really?
I think so. I think I read that somewhere.
And it goes to the live animal markets in the Philadelphia area or the New York City area where these animals are in demand.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
Show the best, eat the rest.
I mean, that's honestly
That's our motto.
It is, yeah, and it really should be because, like I said, there's so many rabbits. They multiply so fast that you could have a litter of, like, for example, 10, and maybe 2 in that litter are good show quality animals. As a quality breeder, your goal is to sell and to show and raise the best that you can. So, making sure that you're keeping good ones, you're selling good ones, to just better the breed and better the hobby as a whole. So, yeah.
Maybe we need to get rabbit into the grocery stores since.
Yeah. I mean, I think it would be.
Else is going crazy.
Yeah, I have a friend that is a butcher, and he'll sell them at local markets, and he'll sell the rabbit whole. So he'll butcher, keep the entire carcass in one piece, and there's people that actually that are on a waiting list for it. So it's just, like I said, it's kind of an acquired thing. I mean, I love chicken. Like, I'll eat chicken any day.
It's highly accessible. We can have chicken any day.
Yeah,
right.
Come on. And if you join the ARBA, they used to give an actual print magazine. They don't anymore. It's now digital, but they will give you rabbit recipes. So, like, how to cook rabbit, make stir fry or rabbit jerky, or just like odds and ends stuff. So, like, don't just think of just rabbit meat on your plate. Think of some other, cool ideas. Rabbit stew, pot pie. Yeah, like lots of different.
Jerky.
Yeah, the jerky's really popular. Rabbit barbecue is also really popular.
Oh, you're going to have me thinking.
Now you're going to go to the store and try to find some rabbit meat, right?
I sure am. I know some meat stores around here that sell like obscure stuff, so maybe I
know these two are probably just saying, as long as it's not meat.
The rabbits can hear y'all talking about eating them. Just so y'all know.
That's why they're trying to get out of here.
Yeah, like, look at them posing for the camera. Like, please, you don't eat me. Great.
You guys are good. You're fine.
This week.
Yeah, for now.
This week.
For years.
Oh, Cheryl said smoked rabbit wrapped in bacon.
There you go.
Wow.
Yeah, your next podcast is going to be, I'll get out the smoker and I'll cook a rabbit for you.
Okay. Okay. That would be fun. That would be fun. Wow. Yeah, I mean, I didn't really, I guess it should, be able to eat different types of recipes and stuff with rabbits. Since you can do all kinds of stuff with chicken. You can do all kinds of stuff with beef. You can do all kinds of stuff with lamb.
Yeah, and I mean, they're not just used for meat too. I mean, there's other purposes of rabbits, not just eating them, but people like Angora breeds specifically. You can use them for fiber. People use rabbits as therapy animals, so like taking them into nursing homes because they are cute. They're docile. Now these guys are docile now because they're a little warm, so they're a little bit calmer now. But people use them for what's the word I'm thinking? When you're testing, so like laboratory animals. Rabbits are used a lot in labs.
But in the last few years, we've had an exciting thing come with the ARBA, but we have rabbit agility.
Yeah, rabbit hopping.
Really?
Super popular. Yeah.
Rabbits go over jumps and weave poles and.
Yeah.
Okay.
So like you're hearing a lot about the meat side because that's kind of primarily what these guys are, other than being a show rabbit. But yeah, I mean, there's so many avenues. Like what Paul was saying, there's 54 different breeds of rabbits now recognized in ARBA. So, you may not want to eat them, but say you just want, you want to
companion animal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. They make great house pets. So many people, they're fun to have in the house. Now you do have to watch if you have like wooden furniture, or electrical cords, things like that. You do have to be careful because they do like to chew, but they make great pets, especially like inner city living. Just one rabbit, you can litter train them. I don't personally know. I've never litter trained any of my own, but I know I've sold some that people have. So
Yeah, I do know. I have heard that they can be litter trained, and I've heard of people that just let them have the run of the house, and just like it was a dog or cat or something like that.
Yeah.
The agility, though, I never heard of that. I'm definitely going to
You'll have to look that up. Rabbit hopping. Yeah.
Yes, I definitely have to look that up because that sounds fun.
They're and different breeds. Like I wouldn't necessarily say this breed would probably be good rabbit hoppers, but
the full arch breeds, which we judge on the run, make the better hopping rabbits.
Yeah, like English spots, Britannia petites. I've seen a lot of them being hoppers.
Rhinelanders.
Yeah, Rhinelanders, tans. All those running, like what Paul said, those full arch breeds are pretty popular.
Okay. Yeah, I'm definitely looking that up.
It is like it's such a fun hobby, and kids and adults alike. I mean, obviously kids because they don't take up a lot of space. You can have quite a few. They're fun and easy to show. But then adults, the competitiveness of showing, the breed that you have. For example, Netherland dwarfs? How many were entered at the national show?
Close to 2,000.
2,000 rabbits in the open show alone for Netherland dwarfs. Like, can you imagine winning that? I mean, you'd feel like you won the Super Bowl just by winning your breed. So, that's kind of cool. It's a cool experience.
That is very cool. I mean, that's a lot of rabbits to compete against. We would get excited at a dog show if there were like 10 mastiffs entered.
Yeah.
We'd be excited for that.
Yeah.
But to get over 1,000 rabbits, over 2,000 rabbits, that's a lot.
Yeah.
That's an all day event, I would imagine.
Yeah, they started. The national show where there was all those rabbits, the 27,000 entries. Most shows started at 8 o'clock?
8 a.m.
And some weren't done until probably 6, 7 for the first day.
Yeah, by 3 o'clock, all breeds are on the table.
Yeah.
We weren't finished judging, but all breeds are up and on the table.
Yeah, so it's a long day. I mean, both for people and even the rabbits.
Yeah. And you have to stay there all day. You can't just show your rabbit and then leave.
So with the national show, you don't actually technically have to be there, which is kind of a unique part. Now, the veteran breeders, I will tell you, I was there for the show because I want to see how my rabbits do rather than getting the results after the show. So I like being present in the moment during the show. But no, there's some breeders that literally will get their rabbits transported out to conventions like these national shows. Some don't even attend the show. They'll stay at home and just hear results from online. Some will just take it as a vacation and they drop the rabbits off and say, I'll see you that evening. And they go and, sightsee.
The town we're in.
Yep.
That's really interesting. Yeah,
Yep.
that's really different than a dog show.
Right. Because you have the handlers and it's more hands-on. Whereas this, the hands-on portion, honestly, is the preparing your rabbit and getting it ready for the show. The bull breeders, total props to them because they have to blow the coats out and groom. Whereas me, I'm just yep, 169 FF, you look good. I think you can go to the show. So, yeah.
Yeah, that's a different world. That is a different world because I know I'd get up early to drive to a show in Maryland for an 8 a.m. ring time. Go show. I wouldn't win best of breed, so as soon as I'm on the way home, I'm back before noon.
Yep. And I mean, local shows are kind of that way too. So if you don't win your breed and you don't want to stay for best in show, then you can pack up and you can head home at your pleasure. But if you win best in show, if you win your breed, then you're kind of more inclined to want to stay for best in show to see how your rabbit compares to the other 53 breeds shown. So that's kind of the fun part is I like seeing all the different breeds on the table, how they compare. And that judge, I'm sure when Paul's doing best in show, now he's really fast. So he knows what he wants as soon as he touches them. But you're kind of watching him as he judges and you can, I don't know. I start to see his facial expressions, he likes that one or no, that one's not going to win. So it's kind of, I don't know. It's kind of fun to kind of fun as an exhibitor, and then like judging perspective, like, you know, he knows, like, as soon as he handles a rabbit, he knows which one.
Your first
he
pass
likes.
through, if you're looking at 55 animals or 54 animals on the table, by the time you got through 54 of those animals, you got 3 or 4 on the top of your head.
Yeah.
And you go back and make that short list, like the dog world, look those 3 or 4 rabbits over again and say, okay, here's my best in show.
Mm-hmm.
Now, when you're showing or at a show, is it just one judge for the whole show, or do you have different judges for different breeds?
It can be, depending on the size of the show. We're recommended that we should be able to judge 250 rabbits in a day. So some of these shows are 1,000 animals. So that's going to take, at least 4 judges, maybe 5 to get done in a timely manner.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, and at the end of the day, if you're asked to pick specials, they'll ask one of those judges, hey, we need you to help pick best in show.
Okay.
Sometimes exhibitors get their say, they get to put a vote in.
Mm-hmm.
Who would you like to see best in show today? And they'll tally those votes up at the end, and that person gets selected.
So they're hoping that they're picking the one that's going to pick their rabbit.
Yeah.
So what we want to do is rally so then Paul can judge the next convention best in show, right?
Yeah, right. Yeah. It's an esteemed honor and a privilege to pick best in show.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's always a higher privilege and honor to have your rabbit that you judge during the day receive best in show.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Because that just tells you maybe another judge saw the merit in that animal that I did.
Okay.
So.
That's fair. And Brittany says, if you have cats and dogs, can you have a rabbit?
Absolutely.
You can. Yeah, I think the biggest thing, so rabbits are a flight animal, so they do get startled pretty quickly. Obviously, like, they may think of a dog or a cat as prey, but if they're acclimated to them and the animal is docile enough.
We've been in the industry long enough here now that we've actually seen the rabbits chase the dogs.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, I've seen pictures and videos of like rabbits and dogs, raised together, cuddling together and everything.
Yeah. I mean, I will tell you a few times, like, so I have my rabbits, I keep them in a barn. And I do have a border collie that lives out there. He loves the sheep, like that's his animal. But there have been times that maybe, I'm not going to say any names, maybe me or my husband have, forgot to shut a cage door or something. So a rabbit escapes. And I have barn cats too. And those rabbits, I just see them hopping around the barn and I'm like, oh, I'll catch you. But they haven't been eaten or anything like that. So yeah, I wouldn't be super concerned. It's just the acclimation to the dog versus rabbit, making sure, dog doesn't, or the dog or the cat doesn't go after the rabbit. But typically I don't see too many.
Or the rabbit going after the dog.
Well, yeah, or vice versa. Yeah. Some breeds, like these guys would probably run. If you had, let's say, a Flemish giant or a checker giant.
Yeah, they're going to challenge.
They might challenge that big dog. Yeah.
Okay, so what's a shepherd giant? I've never heard of that.
Shepherd giant. So they are a big full arch breed. So
11 pounds on a senior buck, but they are a marked animal. So they're going to be, they come in blacks and blues, but they're going to be an all white animal, 2 side patches, 2 on each side, have a colored spine, color ears, butterfly around the nose, and a dark tail, all white feet.
Yeah.
So they're a marked animal.
So they're beautiful. They're shown on the move. So obviously their markings come into play, but they're kind of like kings. I mean, they run back and forth on the table.
When you're judging them, you will draw a crowd because people will stop and watch them rabbits run.
They're stunning and they want the attention. So you'll hear bucks, they'll stomp on the table as like before they start their run. And yeah, they're striking. So they're a little high energy. Some can be a little bit on the
aggressive side.
Yeah, grumpy side, but they are they're a really cool breed to raise. Would I say they're a pet breed? That'd be debatable. But they are, like, if you're a competitor and you really want a really interesting breed, they're not easy. Not easy to raise either. But yeah, they're
aggressive
beautiful.
Bunnies.
Yeah, they're a little, well, that and so Paul's favorite breed, well, maybe, is your favorite breed the Britannia?
Yeah.
So the Britannia Petite, so like we talked about big full arch, little full arch are the Britannia Petites. So are they the smallest breed, Becky?
Yeah, they're a 2.5 pound rabbit, and they're very refined in bone, and they stand on the tippy toes of their front feet.
But I call them the raptors of the rabbit world because they're a little spicy, I guess is the best term for it.
Nice.
But they're beautiful. Like they're very refined and they're a beautiful breed to pose and to watch being judged. But you got to watch your fingers, I think, sometimes on them.
They have a little spice to them.
Yeah.
Little Napoleon complex.
Exactly.
Yep.
All right, so I'll stick with the Flemish giant for the big rabbits.
There you go.
Yeah. Yeah. Just eat a little bit more, produce a little bit more manure, but yeah, they're a good breed to have.
I have a Mastiff. I'm not worried about. I think I could handle a Flemish giant potty routine.
She is this black doe. She has her back feet behind her. She is very.
Yeah, I can see the one leg.
She's living the French bulldog life right now.
Yeah, she's loving life right now.
Yes, I can't tell if her front feet are crossed or not, but she's definitely comfy.
Oh yeah.
That's awesome. I love it. Well, I thank you both for joining us today and giving us a little education on the bunny world. That's, as always, you've taught me. I've learned a little bit. That's a lot of fun. Where can our viewers find you if they need to want to see some rabbits, and also remind them where they can find out about rabbit shows? So
I guess for Paul, you can find Paul at a show near you, depending on if he's judging. So you can just look him up. They'll usually list a show catalog on arba.net if it's on there, or on Facebook if you're looking for a show to go to. I will not be listed because I'm not a judge yet, maybe. But yeah, so Paul would have his, we'll see. We'll see. But yeah, so there will be a catalog. As far as me, so I am on Facebook. You can just look up my rabbitry page. It's called Funny Farm Rabbitry. I know, cutesy little name, but that was my farm name when I showed as a youth. So I just kept it once I, got back in after college. But so Funny Farm Rabbitry is my Facebook page. My personal page is just Ally Rudy. I literally just post pictures of rabbits, sheep, and horses. That's pretty much my life. So, and maybe my husband occasionally will, depends. But so
he can speak it now.
Yeah. I mean, we're gearing up right now. Obviously rabbit shows are pretty popular at the moment because winter, I'd say fall, winter, and spring are probably the most busy time for showing rabbits. Okay. And then right now we're breeding sheep. We have sheep due to lamb in a couple weeks. So we're gearing up for that pretty soon. So yeah.
I want to come play with babies.
Dude, our first ewes are due to lamb on December 19th, around that time. So it's getting closer.
Yes. Well, I might have to come in and pay a visit and play with little sheep and wear some big pants with big pockets. To sneak some sheep in.
You get the smoker out.
Yep, and I'll get Carl's smoker out and I'll have a rabbit ready to eat for dinner.
Oh, there we go. There we go. Well, Mitzi put up your Facebook page so anybody can find you there. So thank you for doing that, Mitzi. Appreciate you. And again, Ally and Paul, thank you both for joining us. Little bunnies, since you have got FF and the other one, we didn't get her name.
Oh man, she does not like the clapping. 166 FF. They are not related in any way. They don't have the same parents, but.
Gotcha. Well, thank you both, Bunny. Numbered names are good too. Well, thank you both for joining us, and thank everybody in the chat for joining, and the new folks that were tuning in. We certainly appreciate you all for swinging through. If you're not already subscribed, please subscribe to my channel as well as the Tiki's channel if you're over there as well. I have a whole lot going on, not just everyday keepers. I do have my snakes that I do need to start posting more of. They're not doing anything right now, and I can't take them outside because it's cold, so I can't get any pictures of them outside. And the garden is hanging out. We're hanging out. But thank you all for joining us. And remember to be yourself. Thank you, Mitzi. Love the show. Love you. Be yourself. Believe in who you are. If you don't believe in yourself, why should anyone else? I love you. Have an awesome week. Peace and be wild.
Dearly beloved, we are here to talk about this thing called keepers. Keeper means forever, and forever is a mighty long time.